It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Hello, everyone. Coming straight to you on the 202, a publisher and film producer who may have the secret to creating a media empire. The fabulous Tressa Smallwood is here.
And he's a busy dentist by day and one of the city's hottest jazz sax players by night. DC's own Phillip Doc Martin is also with us.
Let me tell you, if it's happening in DC, it's all happening right here on the 202. And welcome to the 202. I'm Ferman Patterson, here with my lovely co-host, Michel Wright.
Thank you so much, Ferman. And of course, we've got to give a shout out to our guest DJ on the turntables today, DJ Sean J. Now, listen to this. Tressa Smallwood is not only an author, a publisher, and a CEO, but she's now conquering Hollywood as a movie producer.
As executive producer of an independent film called Secrets, she's not only hoping to turn books into blockbusters, but the movie is adapted from a novel published by her own company. Here's a peek at Secrets.
I want to make a New Year's resolution that we both work hard to be the partner that the other one deserves.
That's all I ever wanted.
You and Secret got married young and fast. So you never got a chance to experience life. Find out who you are, more or less who she is.
I mean, I'm not even the same person I was when we first met. I just feel like I'm outgrowing. You know what? I deserve the perfect woman.
I'm not interrupting you, am I? Very nice to meet you too, Victoria.
Well, you are a very lucky woman, Secret.
And that's what they call spicy drama.
Ooh, steamy.
Thank you so much for joining us today. You're looking fabulous as ever.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you so much.
Always good
Wasn't
to
that
see
amazing?
you. Yes, that was amazing. But you are amazing.
I get chills every time I see it.
Well, you're certainly finding the secret to being a media mogul, a publisher. What drove you to that particular book, to turn that into a Hollywood film?
So I am the content owner of 141 books published under Life Changing Books. And when I set out to adapt books to film, I kept saying, what's going to be the first film? You know, your first has to be the best, right? That's going to draw all the attention. That's going to get everybody. That's your baby. And so I said, let me choose a project that everybody can relate to. And everybody can relate to cheating and infidelity. Whether you've been cheated on or whether you've been the person doing the cheating, right?
Or you've heard about it.
Yeah, you have some friends,
That's right, family,
Like
yes.
it's not like you're just living in a box and you don't know about it. And so it's a topic that I said everybody will have something to say. And I made the best decision ever.
Wow.
Everybody walking around, what's your secret?
One of the wonderful things I like about this is that you employed and you got together so many people that we know together before, in front of, and behind the camera.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure that I could utilize our city. I went to school in D.C.
Made in D.C.
Yeah. So for me, it was important. And of course, the D.C. film office here, you know, the moment that I said to them, hey, I want to make D.C. like the new Hollywood. Everybody kept saying, hey, you have all of these projects. You need to go to Atlanta. You need to go to L.A. And I'm not leaving here.
Wow.
I can go there to visit, but we're gonna do this here.
Wow.
And so it has worked. We're gonna film 5 more movies over the next 2 years.
Are you serious?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. That Tressa Smallwood, I swear.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm excited.
Now, the course of film had to have a red carpet event, and it was here in D.C.
Yeah.
So tell us about that night. What was that night like for
That
you?
was amazing because we did a 10-city tour on our own. You know, we have distributors coming in now. They're going to take over. They'll do their thing.
Okay.
But prior to that, we were allowed to do it on our own. And I said, we're going to start in D.C. And the people showed out. It was 900 people at the Landmark Theater in
serious?
D.C. And I mean, I was just stunned because I had all kinds of emotions. I cried one moment. The next moment, I'm like, we don't have enough seats for these people. I'm panicking because I looked at the crowds, the lines. But it was amazing, like just to see all of your support system, you know, show up, and even people that you don't even know that have just heard about it and wanted to lend support.
Yeah.
So it felt really good.
And you've got some young stars that now they've also become internet sensations.
Yes, yes.
There's a young man that I'm seeing every time I get on Instagram in my feed. You know, what's his name?
So you're probably talking about Hassan.
Yes, Hassan.
But then there's Lyric, who's here. Lyric is with Wilhelmina Models. And she's been on Ellen.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And Lyric has been here.
Yeah, and so we just have a lot of people, even like some of our supporting cast. Tobias is on Empire. Just a lot of the people that we picked during the casting process, they weren't A-list actors because my budget doesn't, you know, allow me to get A-list, but they are now becoming, I'm like, okay. So our goal is to always pick really, really good talent because we see their growth and we know that they'll be able to grow with us. And so, of course, because they know we're getting ready to film other movies, they're calling, what other movie can I be in?
Right.
Wow.
You know, so, you know, we're all excited. And of course, when they see the movie actually on the big screen, in other arenas, and then when it's on TV and it's on Netflix, they're like, okay, you know.
It's happening.
And when you're thinking about your projects, you know, and you're thinking about who you're going to cast or whatever, you know, if you're considering couples.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just play on TV.
You know, I love self-promoting, okay?
But quickly, one thing, as you were talking about casting, as executive producer, what does that entail? Because everyone wants to know, when they see that name on the screen, what does that mean?
You know, it looks like it's the most glamorous job, but it's the most difficult job. It's the most challenging. And so for me, even stepping into that role, I honestly didn't know what I was getting into. I just kept saying, I think I'm fearless, just so we clear, okay? And so for me, when I said I'm going to set out to do this, I had no idea what I was going to have to go through. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't regret it at all, but it is a challenging task because you are responsible for the money, you are responsible for everybody's career, literally, who they're coming in, because you have the ability to make their career rise in terms of the product that you put out, or you could kind of say, oh, they were in that movie. So it's a lot of weight.
Wow.
It's a lot
Well,
of
you
weight.
handle it.
Yeah, you handle it looking
handle it.
fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.
It's been a
Appreciate
pleasure.
you guys.
And coming up, like mine, your dentist probably plays a lot of smooth jazz in the office to help calm your nerves. But this dentist actually plays smooth jazz as a side career.
We have an appointment with the doctor himself. Jazz saxophonist Phillip Doc Martin is next on the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Welcome back to the 202. When he's not playing music gigs and recording, he's busy being Dr. Martin, the dentist.
DC's own Phillip Doc Martin is with us today with some music guaranteed to make you feel good. How you doing?
Amazing.
Of course. Thanks so much for being with us, Doctor.
Pleasure to be here.
All right, so most folks are thinking, how do you squeeze two careers into one? Because they both must be pretty busy.
Exactly.
It's crazy, I must say. It's definitely all about the time management. And fortunately, in the dental business, you can make your own schedule. So if I have a gig, less patience. If I don't have a gig, more patience.
Where'd you go to dental school?
Howard University.
Howard University.
Bison.
Yeah.
There you go. So tell us, when did you first pick up the saxophone and decided, this is my instrument, I can do this?
age of 9.
Come on, man. Come on.
Long time ago.
DC
Don't let
spot.
the smooth taste fool you.
Okay.
I've been playing for what, 30 years now?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah,
No way.
Almost 30 years. Not 30 years. I haven't, gotten there yet, but like 27, 28.
Wow.
I just say 30 so I get responses like that.
See, I knew you started early. I think I read that even in college you signed up for a record deal or made a record, but I didn't know you were back as a toddler even picking up the saxophone and playing music.
It's been a long road. Like, I'm just one of those guys that just stuck with it, Played it in elementary school, played it in middle school, high school, marching band, jazz band, did the all-state thing, went to undergrad, had a music scholarship, got a music minor, and my power got turned off, and I was pretty down and out money-wise. I said, man, I don't want to go through my whole life, not knowing what's going to happen. And, I want to have a family. I want to have a life.
Yes.
So I decided to do the dental thing because, it also helped. My dad was a dentist too, and
okay.
He was like, son, you're stupid if you don't become a dentist, Look at me, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So
and dentistry is good money.
well, if you're good. If you're good. So it was tough, and they didn't make it easy for me. Actually, while I was in dental school, my professors would always say to me, there's music and then there's dentistry. Pick one, not both.
Whoa.
So, to prove them wrong, though, not only did I, graduate, got my license and degree, but I also did a record. While I was in dental school, I was flying all over the place and gigging, and my classmates were like, you are crazy.
You must have been a superstar to them, right?
Yeah, but I was like, no, don't worry. I couldn't, hype it too much. I mean, they'd hate on me or something, and, wouldn't give me the notes.
But what I find interesting, you have some connection to Marcus Johnson, is that correct?
Yeah, I used to be on his label.
Is that right? And similarly, he got a law degree, and he's also a jazz musician, keyboard player.
Yes, me and him definitely have that in common, and actually, that's why we used to play together all the time.
Wow.
I was on his label, we released a record. I produced a record of his, The Phoenix. It's been a long haul, me and him.
And one other thing this is so funny, you'll enjoy this as well.
Okay.
Marcus Johnson did a CD live at another DC spot, Blues Alley. It was called Marcus Johnson in Person.
Yes.
If you look on the back of that CD, I produced it.
Really?
I didn't know that. The secrets here. I did not know that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's come full circle.
Exactly, full circle for sure. We got to talk about what project you're doing next.
Well, I just released a record mid last year called Pocket Love.
Okay.
And it's doing great on the charts. They play it all over, XM, Music Choice. Matter of fact, I can't wait to play you guys a track off of it.
Ooh.
Now, what does Pocket Love mean? Where did that name come from?
Okay, so in the music industry, there's this term called the pocket.
Yes, the pocket.
Now, you can't really put a definition. It's hard to put a definition on it. But when you're going like this, your head's going like this, you're feeling the pocket. And what I think it is, you can't create pocket by yourself. Mm-hmm. You create pocket with the right musical individuals. Working together, you create a groove. And when that groove is right with the right individuals, then your head starts going like this. You start grooving. You are in the pocket.
All of this time, I didn't know I was in the pocket. Michelle's probably wondering what my head's going up and down for.
You're gonna be in the car.
No, we've been in the pocket together.
You're gonna be in the car. You're gonna be like, man, this is pocket.
Nice.
Excellent.
I love it. So not only do you kind of check out our incisors to see what kind of dental work we possibly have.
You guys got some nice ones, that's for sure. You don't need any of my help.
But you get in a musical pocket.
No, you guys are doing just fine.
I love it. And you are too.
Oh, well, don't you think I have to, right? I can't be walking around with no messed up teeth. You know, patients be like, I don't know about it, Doc Martin.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about all of this stuff, but we got to see you practice.
Yeah.
Practice on the sound stage.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's hear something.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right. When we come back, a performance from DC's own Doc Martin on the soundstage.
So stay right where you are. The 202 will be right back after this.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Welcome back to the 202. And now, as promised, it's showtime.
On the soundstage in Studio A, ladies and gentlemen, Phillip Doc Martin with vocalist Tiffany Dennis. What a great show today. Thanks to our guest, filmmaker Tressa Smallwood and Phillip Doc Martin, and my co-host, Michel Wright.
And of course, thanks to DJ Sean J. Ferman and I will see you again next time on the 202.
Home of that good live music. Live on set, live audience approves it. The best hosts that don't get no tighter. Ferman and Michel can't get no righter. Taxation, no representation. But the 202 repping for the capital nation. So from 703 to the 301. Yeah, we all come to have some fun. It's the 202.
It's the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
Yeah, it's the 202.
Yeah. This the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.